I didn't get Victor. After hearing Miss Maria, I locked up.
What did the Valkyria... What did Miss Maria say?
She told me not to falter.
Don't falter.
Was it truly Miss Maria, though? Are you sure the Valkyria didn't say that to deceive you?
I don't know. Maybe. Like I said, I just couldn't do it.
And as I said before, we have a responsibility as the ones who started this war.
Yeah.
Don't falter. I quite agree. We don't have the luxury to second-guess ourselves.
I'm with Saul on this one, Am. We gotta go all in here. So looking at Velgiev from this route...
I think we should wait.
Huh?
Care to elaborate?
I met with Hans's family earlier.
Who?
Vanrigan's runner. He was... an exceptional Lindworm rider.
You said you met his family. Did he...
He died. At Velgiev.
Why was it necessary for you to meet them? I mean, you personally.
I felt obligated.
Whoa, hey, that's one hell of a grand gesture.
He died because I asked too much of him. He's dead because of me.
After all this time, you're having doubts now? You've seen similar things many times. We're in the middle of a war.
Yes. I've seen too much life thrown away for this war.
What are you getting at?
Can you say the same? The only people we're after are the Grand Generals and the Emperor himself. The ones responsible for the orphanage. And yet, to accomplish that, I've had to watch countless innocent people, on both sides of the war, die. Hans, and so many others like him. What did they die for?
So you want to find meaning in their deaths. What good will come of pondering that? You're not part of that runner's family. No one lives forever.
So you're saying there's no meaning behind Miss Maria's death? Or the other orphans?
That's...
Stop it.
This is important, Vi. We have a responsibility to the lives lost to this war.
What do you propose we do then?
Hans made me realize the cost of our revenge. This war. Whenever Hans reported the casualties, it always disturbed me. I tried to put it out of my mind, thinking I was weak. I'd remind myself that this is for revenge. Force myself to remember Miss Maria's senseless death.
Damn straight it's for revenge. And don't you forget it.
Since when have you started thinking this way?
For a while now. I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone. I was ashamed.
Amlet, this degree of compassion is unacceptable.
Am has always been this way.
Violet.
If one friend got into an accident in the mountains and another at the river, Am would try to save both. The fact is, he's a kind person. To spare us, he took on the most difficult role in our vendetta. Saul, Baz, why don't you understand that?
You've been acting weird lately.
It's Miss Maria, after all. I can't tell you how much love and affection we received from her. She was like a sister, a mother. To all of us that were abandoned, she taught us, gave us the strength to live on. If it were me, I wouldn't be able to kill her. I understand what Am's going through.
Amlet, we started this war. We must settle it. We'll continue the war. Listen, you must defeat the Valkyria at any cost. We can't afford to wait. We have to settle this before winter comes.
And then what?
How do you mean?
After we have our revenge, what's left for us?
What's left for us doesn't matter. Amlet, don't falter. The next time you meet Victor, take revenge no matter what.
Yo, Freet.
Hmm?
You've been pretty quiet.
Just thinking how Jutland will change after the war.
Got an answer then?
I don't know. The people provide a convenient excuse for our goals. How they'll feel after the war ends, well, I'm a little concerned.
How optimistic.
What?
To rile morale within Jutland, which was teetering between liberation and invasion, Solomon made use of Hans's death. He focused on the Empire's heartlessness to shoot a boy who was a messenger, and they were to be reviled. However,
Who could read this with pride? What happened to this boy is but one tragedy in a list of losses too numerous to count. Each and every soldier's death leaves heartache in its wake. The mother's pain in this article is one account of so many. I dare say Jutland brought these misfortunes upon itself the day it went to war. Thus, I once more call for a ceasefire.
Like you guessed, someone with a lot of reach wrote the article.
I knew it.
It reads like something meant to upset the public. Praises a mother who lost her son but still wants the war to go on. Goes on to say that a ceasefire is not an option, and that her son's death demands victory over Ruse.
Hopefully no one's buying into this.
Opinions pretty split. Some still think the war is good for Jutland, while others think there's no justifiable reason for more war. But no matter how much positive spin we sling for the military, word always gets out that we've lost.
Ruse's agents have been hard at work.
That's why everyone's skeptical about everything they read now. Suffice to say, things aren't going so well.
Back to the matter at hand. You said the article came from someone with a lot of influence. Do you know who exactly?
Why do you ask?
Just curious. I want to know why this particular boy became the focus of the article. Isn't this going too far?
I will make use of anything that helps us achieve our goal. That is all.
And what exactly does this accomplish?
Bolster the perspective that Ruse is evil. It's indispensable for continuing this war.
This isn't what Hans would want.
It doesn't matter what this boy would want. He's already dead. And I'm having him be of use to his country even after that fact. The same for his mother.
You can't be serious.
This is all for this country's victory and the completion of our revenge.
Parents who lost children, wives who lost husbands, all keep coming to the newspaper. All trying to believe there's honor in death. When in truth, they probably want to kick and scream and cry and curse what it cost them. They just put on a brave face. Don't excuse it away with words like war or revenge. We're murderers.
It's fine then, if you're aware of it. That is responsibility.
It just sounds like another excuse.
You're saying that I've been making excuses? Freet, we can't just stop here. You know that.
Fifi.
Good day, Sarah. Is something the matter?
Well...
Princess.
It's an honor to meet you, Your Highness.
It's Hans's mommy and Gran-Gran.
The Nielsen's? Both of you, please. Raise your faces.
They came to see the captain.
Amlet?
We have something for the captain.
Where is he, anyway?
I haven't seen him.
Let's come back another day. Don't want to get in the way of these brave soldiers.
Yes, of course.
Excuse me, Mrs. Nielsen. May I be entrusted with it?
We couldn't possibly ask that of you, Your Highness.
Only if you would allow it.
Well, I suppose it would hardly be fitting to refuse the princess.
Thank you, Your Highness. Thank you so much.
Why did you decide to hold on to it?
After seeing those two, I felt compelled to try and help. I had to do something for them. Anything.
Princess.
Let us go. You'll accompany me, won't you?
Huh? Aren't we going to wait for the captain?
I cannot merely sit around and wait. I will seek him out and hand this over at once.
The captain's right over there, milady.
Oh. Wait a moment. That gravestone is...
Hans Nielsen's.
Oh. Let us return, Miranda.
Aren't you going to hand that over?
Right now, I believe Amlet needs some time.
This is a true story. August 7th. The Ruse Imperial Army made its move. They attacked the Jutland outpost in Kovaltis and gained control.
Things must have been very tense in Jutland. But didn't this work in the Traitors' favor? It happened when the country was wavering between liberator or invader.
Indeed it did. The traitors incited the people, stating they must stand up against Ruse, or else Jutland would be invaded.
I fully expected the attack on Kovaltis. The damage we sustained is at 15% as well. This figure's within acceptable limits.
Still talking about it that way, I see.
This is war, after all.
Thought it was revenge.
Cut it out, you two.
More importantly, Violet, what happened with your duties?
What's with the sudden accusation?
The enemy's commanding officer was Victor. How was this not caught in your information net?
It's been a while since your informant passed.
Are you saying I haven't been doing my job?
That's not what I asked.
I'm doing what needs to be done. So don't worry about it.
What's Jutland's next move?
We forget Kovaltis. Let's hit Velgiev hard and fast.
You want to cross through Velgiev's blind spot.
Wait, isn't this location a minefield? I've heard they made it difficult to approach since troops can't easily be stationed for defense.
This is way too dangerous.
The whole army can't get through. Am's crew might just stand a chance. I'll prep all the equipment you'll need.
You're putting the squad's lives in danger. I can't guarantee the princess's safety going through that.
Then don't bring her.
She'll come no matter what.
Then protect her. I know it's difficult, but we can't afford to lose the princess. I want to force Ruse to surrender before winter comes. If we're cut off by the snow, it'll spell the end of Jutland.
I know.
Then what are you hesitant about?
The Valkyria.
And Miss Maria told you through that same Valkyria to not falter.
Better prepare for the worst, Am.
Am, you don't have to force yourself.
Saul, you need to back down.
What was that?
First that article about the runner, and now all this aggression toward the Valkyria. You haven't been yourself. It's like you're possessed by this war.
Have you all forgotten what we're doing? We're fighting for revenge.
Wow, Saul's losing his patience. Don't see that every day.
What's the rush?
Huh?
Before winter comes, right?
We already took detours like Mugenruz. Ruzu winter comes fast. If we drag our asses, the snow's gonna beat us there. And then we gotta put the whole war on hold, after all our hard work, while the Rucks kick back and fortify till spring.
I understand how you feel, but if we're not careful, we'll undo everything we've worked toward. We've been planning this for 10 years, Saul. A part of us died that day, or so I've always thought. But we've felt more alive recently than we have in years. The reality of war has forced us to find new meaning. We started caring more about this country and what we could do for it. We've made a life of our own.
And this is why we shouldn't rush into things?
You're the one who chose the word liberation, Saul.
How about you, Vi? Looks like you want to say something.
I think that, at the time, the only choice we had was to take this path. But now, using war as our method...
You three regret this? This is ludicrous after everything we've done. All those soldiers will have died for nothing.
I won't let their deaths be in vain.
Don't make this needlessly complicated. You're the one who started talking about meaning and the like.
You're not gonna say you want to call it quits, are you? Pull out now, and we really did come all this way for zilch. Back when Saul suggested war, Freet and Vi were against it. While we agreed to it. But now, even I gotta wonder.
Amlet, I will propose this operation to the military.
It's too dangerous. It's my responsibility to keep the squad safe.
Your unit or your revenge? Which is more important to you?
They're both important.
Would have bet my balls you'd say that.
The squad's done excellent work because they care about this country and have their own reasons to fight. They're more than just pawns in our game of revenge.
To think I'd hear such a thing from you.
You've spoken to people from Ipsaria, from Avaloon. I'm sure some of them have thanked you for the liberation.
That is precisely why we can't stop what we started with Ipsaria. It's for those countries and others like them.
I don't want to kill Miss Maria. And I don't want to endanger the squad either.
That's not acceptable.
Let's ask Lady Luck how she feels, yeah? It all started with a flip of the coin. Got us this far. If it's heads, we keep going. Tails, we call it quits. Sound good?
Fine.
Here goes nothing. Hey!
We need to decide this ourselves, not with a coin. We made a mistake, dragging Jutland into our need for revenge.
You actually said it.
If the person who stands on the front line believes such, then we have no need to gather here anymore.
Saul!
I will do this by myself if need be.
You think you can kill Miss Maria?
I do.
The hell's gotten into you guys?
What we've been doing isn't right. We understand that now.
How about the crimes of the Emperor and his men? They get a free pass because you got cold feet?
I need a drink.
Then drink alone.
We're traitors to the country.
I myself am proud of that fact.
I envy your resolve, Saul. See you.
This war's forced you to witness far too many horrors. All while Saul and I just stood aside. I'm ashamed of myself. I can't blame anyone for questioning my resolve.
Find a way to save Miss Maria.
You ever predict this?
That things might turn out in this matter?
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
Wonder what'll happen to us once this is all over. At least you're getting hitched. A good wife with great looks and a personality to match? I'm kinda jealous.
My engagement with Sophia was necessary for this battle. I never thought I would actually get married.
Considering her old man is a minister, some extra influence in the political and economic circles is a pretty nice perk. Her own social status goes without saying. She'll bring you prestige and influence with the upper classes too, right? Poor girl doesn't know a damn thing, does she?
Can't be helped. How about you? Will you continue your business?
I've been thinking, for a while now, maybe I'll just disappear.
What?
Not like faking my death or nothing. I'll hand over the biz to someone else and just wander around traveling by myself.
What about Jutland?
It'll be just fine with you around. We're gonna see this through, right? Our revenge?
Of course. Even if we don't have Amlet, I still have ways.
Don't worry about funding or firepower. Got both in spades.
I'm counting on you.
You're not pushing yourself too hard, are you?
Do I look like I am?
Well, that stick up your ass was there from the get-go, but you weren't always so damn cutthroat.
Once you enter the world of politics, we all become like this.
Is there something you need? Headquarters sent us a request. How dare you!
Op details are as follows. that's all. Vannergan, move out!
Let's do this! At the top of my game! The day is ours! I'm at the top of my game! Ready or not, here I come! Excuse me. No problem.
The numbers are rising.
But I don't wanna.
Oh, lot of bad guys.
Here we
Didn't
go!
have what it constant vigilance. Cannot be. Sorry for the wait. Returning. Need more training. Wow. Constant vigilance.
Here we go!
Now or never.
I offer
See
this
how
prayer.
tough I am. Ready for round 2. Triple. Didn't have what it takes.
Get ready!
Reinforcement. Dodge this. This'll be easy. Shoot, it'll be fine. Excuse me. Tea after this? How tough I am. Heck yeah, this is awesome. Look what I can do.
Here we go!
Yeah. Didn't have what it takes. Travel! Day is ours. Ready or not, here I come. Ha! Run! Pardon me. Let us push onward. Look what I can do. Ding ding, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Travel! Need more training.
Their numbers are rising.
Reinforcement! Bunch of lame-os. Here comes some more. This is torch. Ding ding. Yeah. Woohoo! Now or never. Give me all you got.
Oh, it seems a letter has arrived. You're quite studious. How splendid. This is a true story. Solomon and Basil acted immediately. They proceeded with only the main force and did not include the Vandergund.
But the operation failed. Jutland once again took a heavy blow in that battle.
They were both reminded that the only way to take Velgiev was through that aforementioned hazardous path.
What's more, Parliament was plagued by dissenting opinions over the war with that operation's failure.
Solomon the Traitor, who was at the forefront of the pro-war sentiment, became the prime target of criticism.
Lord Lindegard wrote about this in his autobiography. He singled out Solomon and denounced him, stating that continuing the war would lead Jutland to ruin. On top of that, he claimed that Solomon joined forces with Basil Sabanci, the rising star of the Ragnite industry, and profited from an industry that was revitalized from the war. He questioned the two's connection, so it states. However, recent studies show that business rivals who didn't take kindly to Basil's rise worked behind the scenes. Perhaps Lord Lindegard was only used by them to their advantage.
Meanwhile, Ophelia had been trying to make contact with Violet the Traitor.
Thank you for coming.
I never would have imagined that I'd be summoned by Her Royal Highness. Perhaps I should have run away. I heard from Amlet. You know everything. Why did you want to meet me? Why not him?
I wished to speak with you in private, woman to woman.
Your attendant Godot also came to see us. Said he wanted to hear our side of the story.
Indeed. That is why I am following in his footsteps.
So I was the first in line. I'm flattered. But I feel a bit restless in here.
There is nowhere more private than my own bedchambers.
True.
I shall cut to the quick. Did something happen recently?
Something?
Our anti-Valkyria squad was left out of the prior operation. I do not understand why. The suspected collusion between Councilman Kallenberg and Mr. Sabanci troubles me as well. On top of it all, no one in Vandergen knows why we were excluded from that mission. Things are not progressing as planned. Or so I have deduced. In light of my knowledge that all of you are working from the shadows, I ask again, did something happen?
You have a good intuition, Your Highness. It's over for us.
Pardon?
The oath that the five of us made has been broken.
Hello, Your Highness.
Good day to you, Bloom.
Are you alone? Miranda's usually always with you.
Indeed, 'tis only I today. Is Amlet here?
I saw him training earlier.
Thank you.
That was strange.
Something involving Amlet, is it? Dubious. Definitely dubious.
To act or not to act? That is the question.
Bloom said I might find you here.
Is it appropriate for a princess to be out on her own?
Royalty I may be, but I have fought on the front lines long enough to handle strolling about by myself.
Miranda's probably looking all over for you.
It's fine. I shall cross that bridge when I reach it.
You've really toughened up.
My apologies. I meant to give this to you many times, but I simply could not. This was handed to me by the Nielsen family. They said that they wanted you to have it. 'Tis a letter Hans wrote to you. Please read it.
Wait.
Pardon?
Stay with me.
May I ask what was written? You do not mind?
No. You should read it too. Both as a princess and a soldier.
What was written in it?
Pride, gratitude, how he was happy he could assist Amlet and was thankful he'd one day witness the country change.
Huh.
The runner Hans naturally had no idea that Amlet the traitor started this war for revenge. That's why he did not waver in his belief that the anti-Valkyria squad changed a suffering country.
I still can't understand it. War takes lives. How can they feel pride and happiness when they can die at any moment?
You could say it was just how it was back then. They all thought about their country, how to make it prosper, what they can do to protect it. Hans wrote that he learned what that meant through Amlet's struggles.
Such pure and honest feelings.
He's dead because of me.
Nay, this is war. Even I could lose my life at any moment. Such is the nature of the battlefield. Did you not feel the emotions poured into every word of this letter? He wanted to thank you, Amlet. Didn't you allow me to read this because you felt it too?
I don't deserve thanks. Not from Hans, not from Godot. Not from any soldier who's died under my command.
You blame yourself then.
Of course I do. We didn't start this war for Jutland. We started it for our own selfish need for revenge. What about that should I feel proud of? We're traitors. Traitors leading this country to its very destruction.
Miss Sand told me that the five of you have parted ways.
You met her?
Indeed.
She never felt right about it.
And you did? Even if it started as revenge, your influence is undeniable. It is because you five rose up that Jutland saw the light. Your friends have led an entire kingdom toward a new era. The soldiers who have died for Jutland did so with pride, praying that tomorrow would be a better day. Thinking they died merely for your vendetta is egotistical. Do not insult their sacrifice. Our duty is to carry on their last wishes by seeing this war through to the end.
Duty.
Should we falter now, those we lost will have died in vain. I would have you take your revenge, so that we may usher in a brighter dawn for all of Jutland. Should you still call yourself a traitor even then, the kingdom created in the wake of your vengeance shall serve as your atonement, a vow to our fallen soldiers. I say this neither as royalty nor warrior, but as a traitor.
Never imagined you'd say anything like this.
'Tis true that some will accuse us of committing an act that is unforgivable. Nevertheless, I wish to fight by your side. Many will condemn your ulterior motives for inciting a war, yet not a single soul enlisted without personal reasons. 'Twas not for king and country alone that they fought. Hans joined the military to protect his family and to express his patriotic devotion through battle. Vannergund rose up to defend their loved ones and their home, just as the five of you took a stand for what you held dear, even if that meant exacting a terrible revenge. A nation is a confluence of its citizens' hopes and dreams. I learned that on the battlefield, not in school or court. Just as each individual is unique, so too is every country. Only by respecting national independence as I would personal autonomy can I hope to lead this kingdom. Ruse's true crime is that of imperialism, the notion that one man alone should hold sole dominion over places and people. Everyone. You too, Miranda?
Captain, what exactly did you mean by revenge?
We overheard the two of you talking.
Why, that is...
The topic of your discussion was surprising. I brought it up with the others, and Miranda, well...
I'm so sorry, Your Highness. I couldn't hide it any longer.
No need to apologize, Miranda. Like you heard, I started this war for personal reasons. I'm sorry I kept this a secret.
Oh, is that all?
I'll step down if you want.
Running away, huh?
No. But you can't fight alongside someone like me, can you? I mean, the Valkyria spoke to me because it's connected to our need for revenge.
Don't be ridiculous. I won't let you walk away from this. Our squad better be part of the next op, too.
Huh?
What's with the dumb look? We're waging war.
No, it's my...
That's your issue to sort out. We all have our reasons for fighting. That's why we agreed to sign up for this unit. If our struggle makes everyone's lives a little better, makes medicine more available, then maybe we can put a stop to any needless loss of life.
Yeah.
The world's yapping on about liberation and invasion. That's the problem with intellectual types. Them and their reasons. My answer's simple. Doesn't matter what reasons you fight for. I only think of winning for this country. That's all. Well, I said my piece. The rest is up to you guys.
I want to fight alongside the captain.
I was surprised to learn about all this revenge stuff, but it's no reason to drop you like a bad habit. You're the one who led us to all those victories, Captain. Can't quit now.
I concur. I haven't even settled my score with the Empire yet.
I trust you, Captain. The strength you show on the battlefield's the real deal. To be frank, we depend on that unyielding presence of yours more than anything, regardless of your motivation.
Well, as long as Fifi's fine with it, I'm good.
You don't have to do this alone, Captain. You can trust us.
It pains me to say this, but I holistically hate to lose. So, since I've already been dragged into this muddled mess, I certainly won't stay on the losing side.
So that's it. How about it, Princess?
Oh, Daryl, thank you. Everyone, you have my gratitude.
Thank you. All of you.
I'd be lying if I said they weren't conflicted about it. However, the anti-Valkyria squad, for better or for worse, accepted Amlet because of its composition. Half the unit were civilians assembled for their aptitude with Ragnite.
But isn't that rather idealistic?
Yes, you can say it is. However, don't people believe in idealism and work to make it a reality? The chain of events that started with Hans's letter had a huge impact on Amlet, who was tormented by his guilt. You're quite studious. How splendid.
Say, you're Freet Erickson, right?
That's right.
You haven't written any articles recently. What happened?
I'm between jobs. I'll be writing again soon, though.
I want to read something with some energy. Everyone's all doom and gloom these days.
Your words give Jutland vim and vigor. The army, the royal family, everyone.
And the little guys like us, too.
All that's buried here are his childhood things. That's all.
Captain, was he a good soldier?
Sorry. She's been like this ever since he passed away.
I'm sure he worked hard for our country.
He was a fine soldier.
Oh, how much I want to go looking for him. I'm just so sad for my daughter. A mother ought to at least get to hold him one last time, to tell him he's a good boy. Bless him. He was just so proud to be helping out the army. I'm so grateful, Captain. It's thanks to you troops that we have roofs over our heads and food on our plates. The neighbors are so happy with how much things have changed.
Did you get a chance to read his letter?
What letter?
It was in my boy's possessions. I gave it to the princess.
Ah, right. Yes, I appreciated that.
Please, Captain, get out there and bring victory to Jutland. For his sake.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you ever so much.
Princess? Where are you, milady? Have you seen the princess? Your Highness!